Have you ever considered committing suicide? If you have, imagine this. You come home from school one day, you've had yet another horrible day. You're ready to give up. So you go to your room, close the door, and take out that suicide note you've written and rewritten over and over and over. You take out your razor blades you keep hidden behind your bed and cut for the very last time. You grab a bottle of pills and take them all with tears streaming down your face. Laying down, you close your eyes with the note clenched to your chest. You breathe out for the very last time. A few hours later, your 4-year-old brother knocks on your door to tell you dinner's ready, but you don't answer. So he walks in and sees you laying down. So he thinks you're asleep. He tells your mom you're sleeping. She goes to your room to wake you up. She knows something isn't right. She grabs the paper that was in your hand and reads through it as she starts sobbing. She tries to wake you up. She's screaming your name. Your little brother is so confused. He runs to tell your dad that mommy's crying and you won't wake up. Your dad runs to your room. He looks at your mom, tears pouring from her eyes, holding a letter to her chest, sitting next to a lifeless body. It hits him. What's going on? And he screams. He screams and throws something at the wall. Collapsing to his knees, he starts to cry. Your mom crawls up beside him and they sit there, crying, holding each other. The next day at school, there's an announcement. The principal holds an assembly informing everyone about your death. It takes a few minutes to sink in, but once it does, everyone is silent. Everyone starts to blame themselves. Your teachers think they were too hard on you. Those mean popular girls think of everything they've ever said to you. The boy who called you names, he hates himself for not telling you how beautiful you really are. Your ex-boyfriend, the guy you told everything to, and he broke your heart, he can't handle it. He breaks down and starts crying. He runs out of the school. Your friends, they're sobbing too, wondering how they never noticed something was ever wrong, wishing they could have helped you. But now it's too late. And your best friend, she's in shock. This is unbelievable. She knew what you were going through, but she never thought it could have been this bad. She can't cry or feel anything. She stands up and tries to walk out of the school, but instead sinks to the floor, screaming, clenching herself, crying and shaking, asking herself why. A few days later, at your funeral, the whole town came, even the ones who hated you. Everyone knew you. That girl who's always smiling, always happy. Everyone's crying. Your little brother still doesn't know that you committed suicide. He's too young, but he knows you're gone. It hurts him more than anything. You were his big sister. He looked up to you. Your best friend stays strong through the entire service, but once they lower the casket, she loses it. She cries and doesn't stop for days. 2 years have passed, and at least every student has talked to the counselor. All of your teachers quit their jobs. Those mean girls have eating disorders now. The boy who teased you cuts himself. Your ex-boyfriend is scared to love anyone, so he sleeps around with girls. All of your friends are diagnosed with depression. Your best friend tried to kill herself numerous times. She couldn't do it like you did. Your brother finally found out the truth. He cuts himself. He cries every night. He's turning into what you were before you ended it. Your parents' marriage fell apart. Your dad became a workaholic to distract himself from what had happened. Your mom doesn't leave her bed. Ever. People care. You may not think so, but they do. Your choices just don't affect you. They affect everyone. Don't end your life. You have so much to live for. Things won't get better if you give up. Don't make a permanent decision on a temporary feeling. If any of you guys have Tumblr, and if you ever feel like this, I'll post my Tumblr link down there, and you can message me. I'm almost always on Tumblr, so I will respond immediately, and I'll talk you through anything and any problems that you have. And if you see this video, I want you to at least promise yourself that you're not going to give up tonight. You're going to hold on for another day.